Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. And off we go from Las Vegas. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On first down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for second down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, Bears.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here in Vegas. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Johnson now returning. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking deep for Adams. The guy's man, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Carr now on first down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Jacobs again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Devontae Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Caught here by Bell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Number 17, a 3-yard gain brings up third down.
Here's Fields. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Raiders. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields caught by Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. A great move by Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Ron Harmon on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. A shotgun snap. Fields gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Chicago.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Touchdown, Bears! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike, check. 59. Go. Have it.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And finding Keelan Cole. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 19-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
The 39-yard line.
2nd and 7. Fields. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On first down, it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, Fields. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Fields now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now. Those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. On the return, Phillips. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just look.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, boy, I tell you, he is a complete package. The power that he has to run free, and then he's also got the speed to run away from you, as we saw there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Fields. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. Fields. Steps away to his left. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He's going to go for a big play downfield, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now the defense will spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 11-yard line.
Now it's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tavon Young in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third.
Sanchez to kick off for Chicago.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Returning it, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw his car. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A.J. Cole in punt formation.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Looking deep for Adams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have broken the tie. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard
line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
to
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Here's Fields. He's got Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing again is Fields. Able to complete it to Montgomery. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Fields. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Fields. He's going to let it go again. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's the guy in all the commercials. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Throwing his Carr. complete to Cole. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on second down, but the clock still runs. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now Carr. And finding Keelan Cole. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives... So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a first throw here in overtime. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Fields. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
They're starting to put together a nice drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you